I just finished watching the video that Mizkif put out with the name My Life. And I have plenty of things to say about this video. I believe that anyone, especially women, that make false allegations, that make false accusations, must face jail time. Because these allegations, these false accusations, ruin lives. Everyone knows this. All you need to do is remember the case of Zoe Quinn and what her allegations towards Alec Holoka cost. That guy ended up ending his own life. And that's not the only case. There are plenty of cases that end up the same way and we don't even know about them because those people don't have a platform. Mizkif is very lucky to have this big platform to defend himself. This is why many people were championing him to actually do that, to defend himself. Because what you need to understand is that this type of case, Mizkif case in this situation, is very important for us to win, because all men should be on his side. These type of battles are what define the future of men. If you're one of those people that disagree completely, that you must believe women are innocent victims by default, then you should be on Mizkif's side. Oh, but I don't like that he's a leftist. Who gives a shit? This is not about if he's a leftist or he is a right-winger. This isn't about political division. This is about a man that is being falsely accused by a woman. And many of you, quote-unquote, right-wingers, are supposed to be on his side. Because according to you, you mustn't believe all women. And you should give all the men that are accused about some sexual misconduct, you believe that those people deserve the benefit of the doubt. And the reason you believe that is because there is this saying, I don't know if you have heard this saying, very popular saying that says innocent until proven guilty. And right-wingers, the chots, are supposed to believe that's the truth. So if right now you are not on this guy's side, you're a fucking hypocrite. And your values, your moral ground is fake. You're a fake motherfucker. Because you should be defending this guy. And you should be defending any man that is being falsely accused. Any man that is facing the possibility of his life ending because of the accusations of a woman. You should be defending them. You should be on their side by default. But sadly, that's not the case. That's not the fucking case. And I have seen multiple supposedly right-wingers, quote-unquote right-wingers, quote-unquote shots, that all of a sudden they forget about all their moral grandstandings and decide to dunk on Mizkif. Why is that? Oh, because they don't like Mizkif. It's just that fucking easy. Or maybe they are being paid by people like Asmongold or maybe Tecton. Who the fuck knows? Because you need to understand, Mizkif is on a lawsuit against Emiru, was on a lawsuit against Asmongold, but is in a lawsuit against OTK and Mythic. And you honestly believe those people are not going to pay anyone to discredit Mizkif or to attack him? Because they complain that Mizkif does the same, that Mizkif defends himself and pays clippers to defend him or to share his video, his side of the story. And I don't see any problem with that. And I'm going to be pretty fucking clear, because holy shit, the lengths these motherfuckers go. They immediately blame you, they immediately accuse you of receiving money just because you're on Mizkif's side. And I'm going to be pretty clear. I haven't received any fucking money from Mizkif. And I don't want to see his fucking money. I don't need his money. I don't want his money. All the time that I have defended him was because I wanted to do it. Because that's the right thing to do. I don't give a fuck if he's a fucking leftist. Who gives a shit? What I care about is that he is being a victim, another male victim of false allegations. And this is the only thing that matters. This is the only thing that should matter for anyone that is supposedly against all of this shit. I do it because it's the right thing to do. And I am going to be honest, I will do this even for fucking Asmongold. So if at one point someone comes out and attacks Asmongold out of nowhere, and I know for a fact, well, maybe not for a fact, but if I have the feeling that he's innocent, and the evidence or the few pieces of evidence that I can access, that I get access to me say Asmongold is innocent, I will defend fucking Asmongold. Even though I disagree with Asmongold all the time. You know why? Because I am not a fucking hypocrite. That is why. I will do this for anyone. Because again, that's the right thing to do. You cannot go and say that you have certain moral values. You cannot go and say that you have certain moral grandstandings. You cannot talk about anything about having honor. You cannot go and say any of those things. And then when reality hits your fucking face, you go and do the complete opposite. All of a sudden you forget about your moral values, all your grand standings, everything. You have no honor anymore. At the very least, that's not how I am. If you want to be a bitch, go ahead, be a fucking bitch. But I am not a fucking bitch. If you think siding with Emiru is the safest option, if you want to be a fucking coward, go and be a fucking coward, you little fucking pussy. But I am not that. So this is why I don't need Mizkif's money. This is why. Because I value more being coherent with what I say than money. And if more people were like that, we wouldn't be living in this shitty fucking society. But sadly, that's not the case. And these are the consequences. These are the fucking consequences. And like I said, Mizkif is very fortunate to have his platform to defend himself, just like Johnny Depp did. But you need to understand that there are plenty of men that don't have the luxury of defending themselves, and that these allegations, these false allegations, these accusations do have an impact on the victim's life. And Mizkif on this video is explaining to you what were the consequences towards his life. There is a special ability that has been lost in humanity, and that's the ability to be able to put yourselves in the shoes of others. All you need to do is imagine if someone did this to yourself, and imagine if throughout these fucking allegations the consequences were that you were completely expelled from your community, from your family, from your friends, and all of a sudden you're all alone. The system also turns its back against you because the system favors women. We have a bitch system that completely privileges women and treats men like aggressors by default. And this is why statements like "believe all women are evil." You cannot have a balanced society where you immediately believe all women are innocent victims that do nothing wrong. And guess what's going to happen if you think that? If you based your society entirely on that false premise, guess what is going to happen? You're pushing too much to a polar opposite. Guess what's going to happen to the other side? It's going to be completely imbalanced. Imagine if you have a pair of scales and you start adding weight to one of the sides. What is going to happen is what one of the sides is going to go down and the other one is going to be lifted. So if you constantly add weight to the men's side, you're going to be lifting the women's side. They're going to be completely imbalanced. If you by default immediately say all women are victims, you must believe all women, because saying you must believe all women already implies that women are fucking victims by default, that they are the good guys by default, because you must believe them, and believing them means that by default they are the most honest side, that they are the holders of the truth. And that must mean you mustn't believe men. You mustn't believe men at all costs because they are evil. This is why those type of statements are evil, and whomever uses those type of statements are evil pieces of shit. They have been destroying society, Western civilization with those type of statements, and people believe them because we have a completely effeminated, pussified society that keeps enabling women to destroy Western civilization, and they are achieving it. Just look at any Western country, all becoming shitholes, and guess whom is to blame? It's the fucking women, but above all the women, it's the fucking simps who are enabling these women to destroy Western civilization. So this is why you have this stupid system that privileges women. Imagine that everything is against you. This is why these people end their lives. This is why. Fortunately, Mizkif hasn't done that, even though he clearly has stated that he has mental issues. It's not like it's exclusive to him to have mental problems. In this shitty society, I will be amazed if you don't have any mental fucking problems. I will be really surprised. But he was honest with us from the start. He said so himself. I am having a difficult time. I am seeing a doctor. I am tending to these mental health issues. Did Emiru at any point admitted to anything wrong, to any wrongdoings? Did she at any point admitted that she wasn't an stable person herself? I don't think so. And this is why you can already tell that she's a fucking liar, that she's making all of this shit up. For starters, she didn't go to the police. That's all you need to know. When a woman presents false allegations on Twitter, on Reddit, on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever the fuck, you can already tell that this bitch is fucking lying. Because real victims go to the fucking police. You don't go to fucking Reddit. You don't go to fucking X. You go to the fucking police. The reason why these pieces of shit go to social media is because they want to destroy a man's life. That's the only reason why they do this. We all know this. We're not fucking stupid. Mizkif also admitted that he isn't the best boyfriend, and possibly he isn't. I am not going to say that he's abusive, but maybe because of his mental issues, because of the toll that streaming was for him, maybe that made him a bit of a piece of shit. Maybe. But who the fuck am I to judge him? Who the fuck are you, motherfucker, to judge him? Who the fuck are you, motherfucker? Don't tell me you haven't had any mental breakdowns ever. Don't tell me you haven't crashed out on anything, because you will be fucking lying. So it's very easy to judge these people from the outside. But what if we were to judge your own life? What then, clown? All of a sudden, oh, you must understand me. Oh, it wasn't like that. Imagine being enlightened to this hard truth that the people around you are fucking fake. Imagine finding out that all the friends that you have are fake, that they are lying to your face and they are only with you because they reap some benefits. Imagine finding out that the woman that you loved for many years didn't really love you because she is now making all these fake stories to destroy your life. Imagine finding out that the people that you made an organization with, the people that you were working with, now all of a sudden conspired against you to destroy your life, take your money away, and maybe take your fucking girlfriend. Imagine being in that fucking place. This is why we must be on people like Mizkif's side. This is why, because that is unfair and that shouldn't be the case. The law shouldn't work like that. The law should work like this: innocent until proven guilty. Just the fact that Mizkif has the courage to face this by suing Emiru, by doing exactly what Emiru didn't do, going to the police, going to the law, should show you, should be enough, motherfucker. This should be enough, motherfucker, to show you who is lying and who isn't lying. This should be enough. The fact that Emiru never presented any police report, she never actually filed a restraining order, should be enough for you to tell you that she's a liar. And the fact that Mizkif is actually fighting in the court, in the actual court, and suing her should tell you that she is the evil one. That should be enough. On my channel, this is why I am very insistent, very persistent into fighting fanaticism on my channel. This is why I denounce fanaticism constantly, because in my opinion, fanaticism is one of the main problems of this society. Fanatics, in this case, are completely blindfolded and they defend Emiru by default. They defend Asmongold by default. They defend any of the people involved in destroying Mizkif's life by default. Why? Because of fanaticism. Because these people run cults. That is why. Fanatics defend all kinds of evil shit. In gaming, in politics, on the media, everywhere. Fanatics are there at the ready to defend whatever evil cause there is to be fight for. Because that's what they do. They fight for evil causes. That's why cults should be and are banned on many countries, because cult behavior is a fucking cancer. It throws reason out the fucking window, and that's the problem. All of these celebrities, in the case of these streamers, these influencers, generate cults around them, and these cults completely protect them and shield them from any lashback, from any criticism for their action, for their evil actions. That wouldn't be an issue if many of them weren't pieces of fucking shit. If they were actual upstanding citizens, that wouldn't be an issue. But the problem is that they are not. And in the case of Emiru, she's a fucking lying piece of shit. She plays this Asian eager, I'm your girlfriend roleplay on her streams, and she doesn't even talk about politics. And in another time, I will congratulate her for not doing that, for not farming politics. But knowing what I know now, I know that she doesn't talk about politics not because she doesn't want to, but because she wants to farm the chots. The fucking chots that follow her. Those fucking pathetic virgin simps that follow all these female streamers. They follow Emiru and they think that she's a chot like them. Oh, Emiru is a chot. You don't even understand. You don't even know her, motherfucker. She literally has a trans brother or sister or whatever, who knows? I don't even know. She is pro-trans. She's not a fucking right-winger, you stupid moron. She's not. And the only reason she doesn't speak about this openly on her streams is because she wants to farm you, because she knows you're a fucking idiot. She knows that all she needs to do is put on some fucking makeup, fake her appearance completely, because Emiru fakes like 90% of her appearance, she's so fucking fake. In fact, she's not the only one. All of these female streamers do the same. I dare you to watch them if they weren't wearing all of this shitty makeup, all of these shitty accessories, all of these shitty filters. Most of them look worse than an average woman. That's the truth. But you're a fucking idiot, and you need to understand the population of the internet, these people that watch all of this content, are not the best looking guys. They are not the best of the people out there. In fact, the best people are out there, living their lives out there. So the people that watch all of this shit, the audience of these streamers, are ugly, fat, sad, little insects. That's the audience. So this is why they are impressed with a woman like Emiru that fakes her appearance. Like 90% of her appearance is just fucking fake. And they are easy prey. These sad losers are easy prey for women like Emiru. She's not even a right winger, you stupid idiot. But you believe that because you're a fucking idiot. And I have seen so many really mentally ill motherfuckers out there that literally make fan fiction of them actually speaking to these women. For example, to Emiru. I have seen some disturbing shit. Like, there are people that have X profiles that keep writing all this fan fiction about them interacting with these streamers like they actually know them, and that they actually send them messages. Like, they watch their streams. For example, they watch Emiru's stream and they actually believe that anything that Emiru does is a secret coded message that she's sending to them, specifically to them. And not only that, they actually believe they have a relationship with them, with these women. These are the people that are on the Emiru side. These mentally ill freaks are the ones that are defending this bitch. These sad, pathetic fucking losers. These mentally ill people. There is a pandemic of mental illness in the world. There's a fucking pandemic of mental illnesses. And women are leading the charts for sure, but there are plenty of men that are suffering for this, and all of this was caused by feminism. And I really hope Mizkif reviews his own political views, his own views on the world, on everything that was told to him to believe. And I hope he really reconsiders being a leftist. I am not here to preach to him, I am here to defend him and to stand for him, but I do hope he reconsiders some of his postures, because the reason why he is in this position right now is because of feminism, is because of leftist ideas, leftist ideologies that keep criminalizing men and keep giving women privileges. And in my opinion, you shouldn't be voting, you shouldn't be advocating, you shouldn't be supporting for a political party or a political side that sees you as a criminal by default, because that side doesn't have your best interest in their minds. Because this is not about trying to groom Mizkif into switching his side, his political views, but I do believe that he needs to go through a mental process on his own and try to see if what he believes is the truth or not. Other than that, I wish him the best. I hope he wins his case against Emiru because he deserves to win. And I am going to give you an advice if you even see this video. If you're going to go against Asmongold, you need to understand something. You shouldn't underestimate Asmongold, because even though I believe he's a liar, he's a grifter, you need to understand that Asmongold is an actual psychopath. And as a psychopath he is, he's a very smart person. I am not saying he's an intellectual person, I am saying he's smart in the sense that if you're going to fight him, you need to actually have the receipts. The last time you tried to attack him with the whole he's trying to sim for Emiru, you didn't have the whole context of the screenshots that you shared. And in my opinion, you should have apologized to Asmongold, because basically you were making shit up. But here's the thing, I understand why you did that. I understand why you didn't apologize to him, but you need to be better than him. You can't be fighting on the mud like him. You have to be better. To actually beat Asmongold, you have to behave better than him. And if you're going to do the same shitty tactics that he does, he's going to outsmart you and he's going to outlast you. Why do I say this? Just look at how the guy lived for years. He's used to live in a shithole, even though he complains about immigrants coming to the US to make his country a shithole. He likes to live in a fucking shithole. We all know this. So you need to understand that his mindset is completely different than yours. He's not afraid of getting his hands dirty. He's not. So you need to be better than him. And if you're going to attack him, you need to make sure that you're speaking the truth. You need to make sure that you know everything and the whole context. You can't be sharing incomplete screenshots, cropped screenshots and shit. You can't be doing that, because even if he doesn't have the whole context either, he's going to completely fabricate a narrative in which you're going to be the stupid one because you are not sharing the whole thing. You can't be doing that. You need to be smart to fight Asmongold. So my advice is, if you're going to fight Asmongold, do it with the truth, because if you don't, he's going to win, because he's an expert manipulator. As the psychopath he is, psychopaths are experts in lying, cheating and deceiving people, manipulating others, and he has said so multiple times. So you can't underestimate Asmongold. You can't underestimate a psychopath.
And then also, like, he even tried to join these like private military mercenary groups. Like, apparently he had to lie on his what do you call it? He had to lie on his like military intake form because they weren't going to take him because they said he was like a psychopath.
Because they weren't going to take him because they said he was like a psychopath.
Because they were gonna station him stateside because there were a bunch of like protests going on like now, and they said, would you ever fire on an American citizen? He said, if somebody throws a brick at me, I'm going to shoot them in the face and kill them. And then they sent him to Vietnam. Straight up. And so it was around the Vietnam War. Yeah, his psych evaluation, he has a lie in his psych evaluation. And so that's why I found funny, you know, people saying like, oh, your dad would be disappointed in you saying this, like, oh, if only you knew.
Oh, if only you knew.
You know precisely what to say whenever you interview total strangers? Well, it's because, let me think of a way to put it. Like, whenever I interact with people, I don't really a lot of times like see them as people. I just see them as like a resource that I use to get what I want.
I don't really a lot of times like see them as people. I just see them as like a resource that I use to get what I want.
I think that I am a fallen angel, and the reality is that of all the people, this is what I really believe, is that I think that I am one of the only people that is truly virtuous, and a lot of other people are not. They are not virtuous. They pretend to be. And the reason why, ego stroke, no, I'm being serious about this. I really think this about myself, and I will explain the reason why. It's because I don't really, like, this is going to sound like a psycho thing to say.
This is going to sound like a psycho thing to say.
But like, a lot of empathy and sympathy and human emotions don't come naturally to me. They just don't. Like, I remember whenever I would hit somebody in the face when I was a kid, I would think that shit was funny, bro. Like, I was like, damn, bitch, that's what you get. That's, gotcha, bitch. And they be crying, bleeding. I think that shit is hilarious.
And they be crying, bleeding. I think that shit is hilarious.
And so the way that I've learned the way that other people feel is not through how I feel. It's through how other people feel. And it's through logic and reason. And that's the reason why I think that I'm a better advocate for this, is because I don't see it through the lens of emotion. It's engineered logically. And that's what it is. Huh, you fucking roach? No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, that's actually what it was. And yeah, did man just admit he's a sociopath? Oh, I don't know, maybe I am. Like, I don't know, like, people told me that, like, they said a lot worse about that than, like, they said a lot worse about that than me. Like, I mean, that's what it was. So I mean, but at the end of the day, like, you know, I don't really think that I'm that crazy. I think the world is crazy, if you want me to be honest. I think the world is crazy, and I'm the only one that's not crazy. So, you know, like, that's it. And that's already how psychopaths operate. Well, either way, that's the reason, that's what makes me the most virtuous person. Like my grandpa said, lie, cheat, and deceive. If you get caught, deny it. That's right. Always lie. Always lie, always cheat, always take advantage of whatever you can. Be a roach. Roaches survive. I've lied to people my whole life. People that think that they're really smart, no, they're not. It's easy. So all you have to do is figure out how a person's brain works, and then you can figure out how to manipulate them. It's very easy. You don't have to be right. You just have to have people think that you're right. And so really, like, and that's why it's important to, like, speak with confidence about things. It's more important how you say things than what you say in a lot of cases. And it's also more important how you communicate than what you communicate. Like, the way to manipulate and get people to like think the way that you think and to believe what you believe, there's a science to it, really. I mean, really genuinely there is a science to it. Like, I've always been like one of those people, right, where like I would try to like, you know, fucking move things in my favor. I lie to people all the time. I was a kid. That's how I can see it. That's how I know it, because I know it because I do it. I know it because I've been doing it for a while. Like, I've been doing it for my whole life. I was lying and shit when I was 5 years old. I was breaking my instruments, guilt tripping my teachers, telling them that I couldn't afford a new one. And then, because I didn't want to play a musical instrument in music class in 3rd and 4th grade, bro. Like, I've been in this for the love of the game for my whole life. And I see these people that are casuals getting into it. And a lot of these girls, like, y'all don't know how to do it. Y'all don't know how to manipulate people. You don't know how to lie.